a symphony, just to say how much you mean to me. What would you do? What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute since I've been on YouTube, and I'm so sorry, guys, but life freaking happens, let me tell you. But I just wanted to come back on here and film like a little get ready with me. I'm not really doing anything, so I guess it's just like my everyday makeup look, but not every day because I don't do my makeup every day. LOL. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it because this is actually my second time filming this, and like the other video that I did, it was like really long. It was like really long. But okay, so what I do for my eyebrows, I actually go in. I actually used to use gel. And I don't have it because I just switched my beauty room. This was my son's old room, but since I'm, oh yeah. Before we even say that, guess what? Your girl is pregnant once again. I'm actually 20 weeks. I actually turned 20 weeks yesterday, so I'm halfway there. So the reason why I switched is because my beauty room, it was bigger, and so I was like, okay, no, I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch it out because 2 kids can be in 1 room. Anywho, back to makeup. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lash glue all over my eyebrows, and then I'm just gonna take a little spoolie, like a disposable one of these. You can get these off Amazon. I actually got these off Amazon. And then I'm just gonna brush it. I did try doing the gel, but the gel just never like laid my eyebrows the way the lash glue does. And so to fill in my brows, I use the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow in the shade Neutral Brown. I should really get I don't know if there's a darker one. I feel like this is the darkest one that they have, but this is what it looks like. And I just go ahead and go over my brows. But yeah, guys, it's so crazy. I'm freaking pregnant again. And this was not planned. I don't think any of ours were planned. Like, I never planned to have another kid this soon. I mean, I wanted another kid, but I didn't want one like right away because, oh my gosh. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. So yeah, it was crazy how we found out. We actually found out, so I think the last time I was on birth control was back in high school. Okay, before I tell the story, let me tell you to carve my brows out, I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Medium Beige. There's really not that much in there anymore. I usually use the LA Girl concealer, but I can't find it, so we're just gonna use this one. But yeah, so whenever I feel like that's a little bit too dark. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And go in with a Morphe brush, just a little flat brush. I don't know the name of it because it came in like a little pack, but I threw away the paper that I had on it. Sorry, guys. But okay, yeah. So the last time I was on birth control was back in high school, and birth control is expensive. You know, everything in this world is expensive. So back in the day, I really didn't have a job, and I wasn't living at my mom's at the time. Like, this was, listen, and that's a whole nother story. Like, I moved out of my mom's house when I was so bad back in the day. So I would like leave my mom's and then go back to my mom's. You know, when you have that toxic relationship, it's just, yeah, no. But that's a whole nother story. But so I wasn't living at my mom's at the time. and like I didn't have a job, so it was like, it was expensive having to pay for the birth control, and then also having to pay for some medication that I needed because I have PCOS. And so I ended up just stopped taking it, and like I never got back on it. If you don't know what PCOS is just like cyst over my ovaries, and it's like I get irregular periods. It's really hard for me to lose weight. There's just like a lot of complications to it, and it's just it sucks. But I mean, I've dealt with it. I mean, it's fine. So me having irregular periods, I didn't know I could get pregnant, so I was just winging it, you know. Of course, use protection all the time, but you know, when I got with my boyfriend now, you know, you just get careless, right? And boom, I get pregnant. Well, hold on, because I'm gonna tell you what palette I'm gonna use. I already carved out my brows, so we're gonna go in with the Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals. I love this palette. If you don't have this palette, you really need to get it, because this is like the best everyday. Plus you can use this for glam, you can use this for, you know, soft looks. This is just the best palette all around, I feel. These are the colors. Like, look at that. Like, that is so cute. Look at all those. So what I do is I go in with, I'm gonna use the Morphe M441 brush. It's just like a fluffy brush. And then I'm gonna go in with Good Vibes, and we're just gonna pack that. Look at me flicking everybody off. We're just gonna grab some, and we're just gonna go to town. We're gonna put that on the outer V and then blend it out. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Okay, now that I put all that Good Vibes on the outer V and then blended it out, I'm gonna go in with this brush that I got this brush from Walmart. It was in like a little pack. I don't remember what it was. I think it was like 10 bucks for like 4 brushes. And I'm gonna use this brush, and I'm gonna go in with Booked. It's this deep brown right here. And we're gonna actually put this on the outer V, but we're not gonna blend it out. We're just gonna pack it on the outer V. Like, the reason why I took a pregnancy test was because one of my boyfriend's cousins had like told me that I think it was like she dreamed that I was pregnant, or she felt that I was pregnant. And like, that kind of scared me. So I was like, and we were gonna go and drink that night. And so my boyfriend was like, just take a pregnancy test just in case, because he was telling me that a lot of people in his family, like, they can predict a lot of stuff. And so whenever I told him that his cousin told me that, he was like, oh no, you need to just take a pregnancy test just in case. And so I did, and guess what? I was freaking pregnant. It was crazy. Like, no, I am not pregnant. And then that's how I found out I was pregnant with Josiah, my son right now. But with this pregnancy, I literally, okay, so I hadn't been on birth control, right? Since, you know, back in the day, back in high school, I just never went back on birth control. So I waited till I finally had insurance to go and get my birth control. And so I went to the doctor, I got my annual, and I guess, I mean, they do that all the time. Like, they test you, you know, if you're pregnant or not. And I was just in the room, like, minding my business when the doctor came in. And she was like, oh, hey, like, how's it going? And I was like, hey, what to do? I didn't say that, but yeah, like, she literally told me, well, it looks like we can't get you on birth control today because you're pregnant. And I was like, no, you're lying. I was like, you're lying. I can't be pregnant. She was like, no, yeah, the test came back positive. And I was like, I froze. I didn't know what to do. It was like, I was like, no, I am not pregnant again. Like, really? Like, girl, you need to stop. Okay, so now that I put the booked in the outer V and we're done with that. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with Chic Happens, and it's this color right here. Why do I keep doing that? That's weird. I guess it's because I don't know how to hold it. I don't know how to hold this thing. Okay, but we're gonna go in with this color called Chic Happens, and I'm just gonna take that on my finger because why did I do that? And I'm just gonna pack it onto the lid. But yeah, so I literally like questioned the doctor. I was like, are you sure? Like, can we do it again? And so before I went to my doctor's appointment, I had to go and get my insurance card from my mom because I lose everything. So I have to, you know, I have to let her keep all my stuff. I had to go back and give it back to her. And I know my mom was gonna tell me, like, what did they say? Like, what kind of birth control are you on? And I was freaking out. I was literally freaking out because I was like, do I tell her? Do I not tell her? Like, she's gonna be pissed. You know, me being still, I'm 21. I'm 21, but me, I'm still kind of like scared of my, you know, parents and what they're gonna say. So when I got to her office, because she was at work at the time, when I got to her office, I gave her the insurance card back, and she was like, what they talking about? Like, what the doctor say? And I looked at her and I didn't say anything because I was like literally thinking in my head, should I tell her? Should I not tell her? And I told her I was pregnant. She actually wasn't mad, and that's what was like kind of surprising to me, LOL. But yeah, that's how I found out that I was pregnant, and it was like, it's crazy, like, I don't know. And then like after I left my mom's work, I was thinking if I should just surprise my boyfriend and tell him that I'm pregnant, but I guess I was too excited and I wanted to let him know, you know? But then I had to tell my dad, and it was just like, he wasn't mad either. I mean, he was like, Caitlin, now what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? And I was just like, well, I mean, ni modo, I'm just gonna have to do it, you know? But I feel like that's all that's. Okay, so going in with the face, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I love this primer so much because my pores are gigantic. I'm gonna go in with this Morphe foundation brush that was in that same kit. I'm just gonna, why is my boyfriend calling me? Hold on, guys. Okay, so I'm back. So I just put the primer and I used that foundation brush, and I went ahead and I sculpted the top of my brows with my foundation. And for the foundation, I'm using the Born This Way medium to full coverage foundation in the shade Sand. You can see, is it upside down? Whatever. But yeah, it's the Born This Way foundation. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and use, you know what? No, I'm just gonna go ahead and use I'm gonna use a beauty blender. I was gonna do a brush, that same foundation brush, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that all over the face. And as I was putting my foundation, or as I was covering the top of my brows, I noticed that the freaking concealer that I used for my bottom brows was like too dark. Was like too dark. It was like darker than the freaking foundation, and I was like, oh man. Gonna go all the way. I wonder if you can hear the dryer and the washer going. Sorry if you hear that noise in the background. I'm washing clothes. Okay, so now that we have that on, I'm gonna go in. I actually picked up And I haven't seen anybody use it. Maybe I'm tripping, or maybe I'm just like not on social media as much as I should be, lol. But I saw that the Maybelline Superstay, they have a concealer. Since when? To be honest, I haven't even tried the Superstay foundation. I've always used the Maybelline Fit Me. Like, that's my go-to. Like, I haven't even used the Superstay one, and I really need to try it. I really want to try it because a lot of people like it, but I don't know. But yes, I picked this up in the shade 25. I guess that's the shade number. Okay, I think she may be a little light though. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put these where I usually conceal. I kind of don't like the applicator. It's like a lipstick kind of thing. Not my cup of tea, ma'am. But we're just gonna go with it. Okay. Alright, and I'm gonna go back in with the beauty blender and just blend that out. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my Airspun. Hello, we're still using her. I'm gonna use my Airspun in the shade Naturally Neutral, and I am going to, you know what, this isn't the one that I usually use. I use the translucent one. Hold on, guys. Okay, so I usually use the translucent extra coverage in the Airspun, and so I'm just gonna, I don't bake, I just like, I push it into the skin. So when I started using this method, just like pushing it into the skin, ugh, I'm over here breathing in that fucking powder. It's actually helped with the flashback. So the next step, okay, so the next step is the cream contour. I'm gonna use the 16-hour camo concealer, the e.l.f. one, in Deep Cinnamon. That powder's still in the back of my throat. So I didn't put any on my nose because every time I put it on my nose, it just becomes a big blob. And so I don't cream contour my nose, I just go in with a bronzer. So now that we got the cream contour on, this is when I go in with the pressed powder. And I still don't have a brush for that. But you know what, we're just gonna use this one because why not? I'm gonna go in with the Fit Me pressed powder in the shade 235. I've been using this since high school too. Like, there's some like die-hard, like some die-hard products that I still use to this day. And this is literally a freaking contour brush, but I can't find my big fluffy brush for it. So we're just gonna make do, you know? So now that that's done, now we're gonna go in with the bronzer. And for the bronzer, I actually use an eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe 3502 palette. I know it's old. I've been having this for a long time. And I'm actually gonna go in with, it's actually called Bronze. This shade right here, you can tell that I use it. Look at my finger again. I don't know why I do that. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with this color. All these colors have fallen because, I don't know, either my kid got into it or it just, it's been through a lot, this palette. So I'm just gonna grab that shade, and I'm using the same brush that I used to put on that pressed powder, and we're just gonna go to town. Okay, so for the nose, I'm gonna go in with this Real Techniques brush. I don't think it has like a name for it, but it's like kind of like a small, flat, fluffy brush. I don't know how to explain it. But we're gonna go in with that same bronzed and we're gonna carve out the nose. And then now to get rid of the harsh lines, I can still taste that powder. To get rid of the harsh lines, I'm just gonna use this fluffy brush and just go over. I think this is from a BH Cosmetic set. And then we're done with the face. So let me go ahead and set it. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. I like to put on the mist before my mascara because putting it after and not waiting till it's dry can be really messy. Okay, so my camera literally turned off because I have so much photos. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and finish this video quick. I went ahead and I added that bronzer, that bronze shade that we use under my eyes. And we're gonna go in with the Clinique High Impact Waterproof Mascara. No, I did not just do that. Look, wow. But yeah, so we're gonna let that dry, and as we let that dry, I'm gonna go ahead and add the lips. So we're gonna go ahead and go in with the Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade Chestnut. So now I'm gonna go in with, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put concealer. I know usually I don't like using concealer for the middle because I don't know, I just don't like the texture of it. So now I'm gonna add my lashes off camera, and then I'm also gonna do the bottom lashes for mascara. Come back and then I'll do the gloss. And I think I'm gonna also do my hair because like I said, we're on a time limit and I hope my camera does not take off. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do my hair, my lashes, and I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. I feel like the lashes make such a difference. Like, who was that before we put the lasher on? I'm saying. Okay, but anyways, lashes on. I did the bottom mascara. I kind of did my hair. It's kind of frizzy, whatever. But we're gonna go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Butter Gloss in the shade Fortune Cookie. Yes, I've always wanted to try this one. I've never tried it, so we'll see. I feel like it's too it could be too bright for me. Cause you know, a girl dark over here. Okay, but she cute or whatever. But yeah, guys, this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. I want to get back on YouTube. I just wanted to do like a little get ready with me / makeup tutorial, like everyday makeup. But yeah, guys, don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the little bell right next to it so you get notified every time I post a new video. And I will see y'all in my next video.